So, hello and welcome everyone. So, can I just get a confirmation if I'm clearly audible as well as visible? Okay, so we have audience from LinkedIn as well as from YouTube. Okay, hello, 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 Rahul, hello, Ankita. So, are you guys excited for today's session? Because we'll be getting a very good glimpse of how, why software testing is such a booming career option right now, and we'll be getting that insights from a tech expert. Okay, so till then, so first of all, just why software testing is important. So basically, software testing is important because it helps identify and detect uh, the bugs in the software, and it's ensuring the delivery of high quality, reliable, and secure software products. So basically, uh, the software testing part plays an important role everywhere, right? So today's mentor, the mentor of this session is going to be Nitesh. Nitesh is a 15 years experienced professional in the software industry. He's currently working as a quality assurance lead in Watermark. He has significant experience in manual testing, automated testing, quality assurance, test management, etc. He's highly skilled in test automation frameworks like Selenium, Cucumber, TestNG, etc. Okay, so let's welcome Nitesh.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Great to connect with you, all of you here. Uh, Welcome to this live session. Um, I'll talk about a lot of things today. Uh, the the topic is itself is very interesting today, and if you have any question, you can put it into the chat window also, or in the comment here in LinkedIn Live also, so that whenever I'll see, I'll try to answer those things. Okay, but let me finish something first, right? And then we will talk in detail. Okay, so here I want to present just few of the slides from my side first, and then will move ahead with whatever we want to discuss further. Okay, let me share my screen. I will share entire screen. Hold on. So I'm going to start with a simple PPT here, which I have prepared, but we'll talk about a lot of things, right? Because I believe that you know people from different field, uh, different background, or different educational background, or different year of experience have joined as of now here, right? So we'll talk about with all those, keeping in mind like how testing career, right, can be helpful to all of them. It's like this. Okay, so it's me. Jay has already introduced me. I have around 15 plus years into software industry now. My experience on mentoring and training is around 7 plus years now, and I am using a lot of different automation tool. I have used different automation tool, but predom- mainly on the Selenium automation side, around 10 plus years now. I've trained or guided or mentor more than 2000 students till now. My approach is more on the practical side whenever I am guiding someone or talking about testing and automation. We talk in practical approach more on. Okay, fine. But before to set up the tone of what we are going to talk about jobs and career opportunities, right? Let's understand that what and why testing, what is the test, what is testing, why testing, and how it is important. Okay, and we are not going to like the technical term or the definition part of it. Let's understand testing as a general concept. When you buy anything, how you buy anything, right? When you go to the market, or you are buying something for yourself, you check you generally check it, right? You plan for it, then you buy it, you check it before payment, you check everything, right? When you check it whether it is value for money also, right? And you check the overall reliability part, right? That's what testing is all about, right? So whenever there are different parties involved when a software is built, so um, if there is a service provider who is providing the software, and there is consumer or the user who will be using those software or the product, they will check everything, right? Moreover, whether they check it or not check it, we have to provide a reliable software. Do you consume anything without a check? No, we don't do it, right? So there is accuracy check, there is compatibility check, right? And moreover, when we are talking about detection and recovery, right? Testing is not just about detection and recovery, right? Testing, if it is starting as early as possible in software development life cycle, it will be helpful. So for any phases, if you are detecting any bug or any deviation from what we want to deliver, and we are recovering it as soon as possible, right, it will be good. Okay. So there is a saying in English also, a stitch in time saves the nine. Okay. But are you learning why earning? That is important thing. Whether, or you are you learning why you are actually doing your academic degree or not? That is very important nowadays. If you want to make your career in testing, there are a lot of opportunities. There are different ways how you can get a job. There are different career path which you can build. But but if you want to become a good test engineer, right, always follow these things. Understand your project end to end. Whatever you are doing, don't just stick to what you are learning as of now, right? Or what you are just doing your own module and testing it. Don't just stick to that part. Okay? Do all practical. Practice makes us perfect. Interpersonal skill and soft skill is equally important. If you are a test engineer, yeah, understand this, that you have to communicate with a lot of people. You have to communicate with the right people at the right time. So this soft skills, communication skills are important. Learn different tools, we'll talk about it. And understand that job search is a journey. It's not like that you will find a job and you will be you know happy forever in your life. It's not going to happen generally. It's always take it like job search as a journey which will teach you a lot of things, right? Your ultimate goal is maybe you want to join a good company, right? But understand it, it's a journey. Okay. I'm taking some of the questions I saw in LinkedIn. Somebody saying that about the chat GPT part, whether it will replace manual tester or not. It's not going to happen. Let's understand. Chat GPT or any AI tool, right? They can generate scenarios, cases, right? General one. But there will always be human intelligence will be required to work on a particular domain, to create different kind of scenarios. Moreover, a company who want to you know um, drive the testing part, right, or they want to check their project, they will not submit their what we say confidential detail to any tool just to generate the test cases. That is not going to happen. There will be a lot of security concern, right? So I'm not saying ChatGPT is not good, or it is because of that uh, changes will not happen. There will be some changes, but that will be for good thing only. It's not going to affect anything on the testing side. Moreover, it will create jobs, right? So somebody has asked, what is the future of automation testing? It's good. That's what we are talking here. Automation testing will, see, testing as a concept will always be there. That's my next slide actually. Testing was there, will be there forever. Okay. Why? In fact, there is more uh, you know emphasis is there on the testing side nowadays, because there is a fast paced development and delivery. There is a fast paced, so softwares are delivered in 15 days now or 30 days now. Earlier, like 10 to 15 years back, when most of the companies were following more on the waterfall model, so they used to deliver the software in 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, something like that. But now, as I would say, more than 90% of the companies are following rapid development model, where or the agile model, or iterative plus incremental way of delivering the software. There they need fast development, fast testing. Correct. So in that sense, automation is the obvious choice. That some of the test which you will always run for the manual check, and there will be automation to just make it fast, the execution part. Okay. And throughout the career, right, you you have to improve your analytical capability, your communication skill. You have to find your interest, become the expert on something. It is going to happen throughout the career. It's not just for the software test engineer, it's for anyone who is in the software industry, right? So throughout the career, you have to take more ownership if you want to become a better test engineer. Okay. uh, E2E testing to cover all aspect of testing. So E2E means end-to-end testing will always be there. But end-to-end testing doesn't mean just you are checking a flow from one particular place to the end of the your test, or your test flow, or the workflow, right? You have to understand that when we say end-to-end testing, you have to test your product in all different ways, right? You have to touch all the layers of your project, or how your project architecture is, right? How there are different levels, where in the client server architecture, basically you have front end, you have the middle layer, you have the back end, you have the database layer. So when you're saying end to end testing, you take it in that way also. Okay. So before we go through this, I just want to show you that how the jobs are there. I have got some screenshot. I'll show you that part. Today only, I did this check today only, where it's showing me. I just I did this. I have put this keyword software testing, and let's say India. I have put the India as a country here. You can put anything, and just clicked on the search. Correct. So it is showing me 46512 results, which is 46,512. These many jobs are, I will not say all are the active jobs, but still, even if you will cut 10% of the job which is not active, let's say, still 40,000 jobs are there. And it will include all those things, like it will include jobs for the freshers, manager, leaders, all of them. It's not just for what we say the experienced people. This is just one screenshot from LinkedIn. right? See, only 50 to 60% companies are using, maybe let's say, LinkedIn for their job posting, and even more. You know, maybe even more, the small scale companies generally, they can directly put their job thing, job post in LinkedIn. But there are a lot of companies who do not post in LinkedIn, right? So there will be still a lot of jobs, right, which is not present here. So that's why I did a search on naukri.com today itself. So if you see here, I did the same thing. I have just searched with software QA India. That's it. Because I don't want to write just QA, because QA term is related to automobile industry also, medical industry also. That's why I put software QA India. And there are this is 1 lakh 15, no, this one is the, it's 1 lakh 21,240 jobs, software QA jobs. And this keyword is not complete. I said software QA. Maybe if you will write software test, there will be different jobs. It may be possible. If you will write test engineer, then you will get more. So as of now, Naukri is showing me these many jobs. Just some stats I want to show you. In Indeed, I searched with the keyword today only, with software test engineer. Again, location I have kept, let's say, India. And this is showing me, there must be result. Yes, 16,127 jobs. It's showing me. That means jobs are there, right? See, in industry, some ups and downs will always be there, right? And it was always there. But jobs are there for the test engineer, and there is logical reason. We'll talk about that part also. Then I searched in the Glassdoor also. In the Glassdoor, I have put the keyword QA engineer India, and I'm able to see 4,922 QA engineers jobs in India. Okay, that's it. And somebody is asking being freshers, uh, how I can get job and all those things, right? So that's what we are talking here. That if you want to make a career in testing, right, you have to understand that when a software is developed, you have to test the software in different ways. And it is not just about writing the test cases or executing those, right? It is about, you have to understand how requirements are gathered, how, overall project architecture is developed, how DevOps team works, how you know bugs are getting reported, how production bugs come, right? How we are resolving it. You have to keep an eye on different things, right? As far as core testing part, if we talk about testing in the automation side, these things are important, right? And take it in an academic way. How you get promoted from, let's say, first year of your engineering or BCA to the second year, only when you pass, all the subjects, right? In school also it happens like this, right? So if you're working in testing, take it like this, that you have to at least do all these things. Then there is better chance that uh, you will survive for a long time. You will become better and better, day after day, year after year, on testing field. Okay. So functional UI and automation, you have to do front end and core requirement check. You should do, all the functional check that you should be good on. It's like this. API and SQL part is important to check business logic, and in the middle layer, whatever you can test it. Non-functional aspects are important to check performance, accessibility, different kind of scalability check. Security testing is important nowadays. More nowadays, it's important to minimize the threats and vulnerability. Mobile testing, because we are mobile generation, right? So that's why I have listed out these things only, which is more important. There are a lot of other things also. There are also other traits which we should follow, understand it practically, um, but these are the minimum thing. Okay, you may be thinking that this is a lot of things. It's not like that. If you plan it in a systematic way, you can learn all these things. It won't take much time. Okay, so to do's, I've listed something. Learn one thing at a time. Learn in practical way. Showcase and prove what you know, and be aware of new developments in your field. So here, when we say testing field or software testing field, okay, I've listed it because this will showcase that how good we are as a what we say quality assurance professional. Okay, so opportunities. So I was talking about it, that somebody was asking in chat that is testing is dying. Somebody has asked, somebody has said that what is the opportunity, what is the ratio. Let's understand. In agile development model, especially if you're following this scrum, sprints, if you're following, most of the companies are doing in that way. So they make small teams which will deliver something valuable in within 15 days, module by module they will deliver something. So generally there are 8 to 10 members in a team generally, and on average 2 QA members will always be there, right? If there are one QA member, it will be difficult to maintain, but generally 2 or 3 QA members are there. When I'm saying QA member, it's testing related process all, okay, handling all the testing part. Now see here, the ratio is when there are 8 members, 2 members will be a test engineer. That means if there are, let's say, 1 million jobs available, right, related to software testing, there will always be, I'm saying for the lower cutoff part, there will always be 20,000 jobs will be there for QAs. And this is equivalent to the developers. I'm telling you, the developers are also divided in different ways nowadays, like UI expert. See, earlier 10 to 15 years back, a developer was handling most of the things on their own. But now it's like specialized developers are there, or the coders are there. UI will be different. Front, who will handle the front end part. Backend developers will be different. Database expert will be a different person, right? And then full stack engineers will be there. So if you compare with them, right, it's equal opportunity for a QA expert, right, or the QA professional or the freshers. There are equal opportunity for the QA members also. Okay, fine, but your testing skill will open lots of other opportunities for you, not just in the testing itself, right? If you want to move to any other field also, testing skill can be, it will be very helpful for you if you want to do something else also. Okay, but what is the ideal candidate nowadays? If let's say I want to hire a software test engineer, so what are the things I will look into, and whether they are experienced or whether they are freshers, I'll check something in all these aspects, right? I'll check something in them. It's like this. Or any company nowadays, when they're hiring, right, they want some all mix of all these things, right? Okay. I'm not generalizing it, but let's understand that this list which I have put it here, it makes you a test engineer who understand how a software can be tested in different ways. Okay, I'm reading it out here. So an ideal candidate is who knows testing concepts very well, who understand how to work with the APIs, who can write the queries very well, who can do automation. So most of the time we are doing automation on the UI and the mobile part, or the API, or mix of all these things. Who can understand what is performance testing, how to perform this, who understands what is accessibility testing and other non-functional checks, and security testing. Okay, I've added it because nowadays there are more jobs on the security testing part as well. Okay, fine. Uh, so sky is the limit when you are searching for the job in testing field, right? Um, it's limitless. There are a lot of opportunities, right? So if you are in testing, it can be an obvious choice that you work as an automation enabler also, right? So when I'm saying automation enabler, then you become a person who will help in the automation side, or actually doing on the automation side. It's very important. You can become scrum master, you can become agile coach also in future. So these are alternate options. I'm not saying that you should do it. These are the alternate options also, right? It's like, when you are doing something, uh, there are, testing is such field where your doors are open, you know for different things. You can become product manager if you learn it properly about your product. You understand how to communicate with the team, how to communicate with the client. You can become RP expert, robotic process automation expert. You can become business analyst, subject matter expert, product owners, right? So these are just alternate options. But before going to the alternate option, we should become a complete test engineer ourselves, right? We should become first what we can do on the testing side first, right? We should try all these things, irrespective of your company is providing you this kind of task or not. Okay, I'm repeating it, irrespective of whether your company is providing you this kind of opportunity where you have to work on different things or not, you should learn it, right? So become a better test engineer. Okay, that's in it on the slide part, right? But I want to get into some of the questions here. Somebody has asked that I'm in BTech first year. I want to do application development, but I can't find proper mentorship. Let me know how I can achieve my goal. So if you are in BTech first year, or any year like second, third, or fourth year, you have time. You have to plan it well. Okay, plan it like year by year what you will learn. I would suggest every year you should learn something new. So for example, if you are in first year, okay, don't try to become a full stack automation, a full stack engineer, right? From the development perspective, I'm saying learn first front end side, how front end is developed, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Learn it thoroughly. You have good amount of time to learn all those things. Second year, focus on learning any programming language, right? Python, Java, JavaScript, anything. Just 1 year, dedicate yourself on the programming side, right? Don't don't be like distract by what other people are doing, what is happening in the academic. Be good on the academic side, but don't learn lot of things in a one, what we say, one shot. No, no. First year, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, let's say. Second year, be good on any programming language. Third year, learn database thoroughly, about the database management system, different, at least one or two database, right? Oracle or MySQL or PostgreSQL or MongoDB. Learn those things. And in the third year itself, create your own project. Okay, because now you know front end, now you know the programming language, now you know the database. Make the projects, genuine projects, whatever thing you can make it. Fourth year, you have the option. Like again, create the project which is valuable. Create something new with some new ideas. Discuss with your friends, your mentors. It's like this. Okay. So mentorship is right. You have to find the right people who can help you. Right. You can follow GFG, Geeks for Gigs. Um, for there are a lot of people who are helping on different kind of blogs, different kind of trainings are there, right? Somebody has asked any freelance opportunity in automation QA. Yes, so let's understand how freelance thing works, right? So once you are good in any of the things, like let's say API testing, right? If you are expert on that part, right? And the performance, because generally companies, what they want to do, they want to check API and then they want to do performance testing also. Then you have to list yourself in different freelance websites. It's like this. You have to do some projects first, showcase your ability on different things. Then only you will get more jobs in freelance. It's like this. um, I am checking other questions. What would you say the same caveats apply to DevOps engineering? Yes, in DevOps, there are a lot of things to learn. Again, in DevOps also, it's not like that you will be good on the AWS side and it's done. It's not like that. Every year, every month, day by day, you have to learn something new. Okay, fine. And I'm taking more questions here. Whatever I'm able to see here. Uh, okay. Can commerce student learn software testing? Somebody has asked. Yes, commerce student, arts student, they can also learn software testing. No issue in that. But learn it from the basic. Understand first why testing is important, right? Job wise, you have to do a bit in practical. There are a lot of competition. Struggle is more if you are from non-tech background, right? So we are saying it non-tech, but you can learn anything on the software side, right? Because the companies generally they prefer B Tech, BCA, MCA, those guys, and then there also they prefer more on the computer science, IT, electronics background, right? But nowadays, product-based companies, right? If you have, if you showcase your uh, talent or the expertise on the testing side, they can hire the arts and commerce students also. And in foreign, if you talk about in other countries, they hire, they hire. They don't see that okay, you have to be engineer. It's not like that. Okay. Somebody has asked about I have completed testing course. Is there any opportunity? Let me know. You have to search it. I'm again saying that um, this session was about to tell you that there are jobs, right? It's not like that we want to showcase all the jobs to you. You have to reach to the right people to at the right time to get the job. So here I want to suggest something that you should be active on LinkedIn at least, because you can connect with different HRs in your city or in other cities. You can search them by writing just HR and the city name. If you know in LinkedIn there is a way you can search. And then you can send them connection request, you can send the connection request to test leads, test managers, because those are the people who are generally involved in the hiring process. Okay, fine. Somebody is asking about the no code automation or codeless automation part. The thing is, yes, it's there, because automation also now it's becoming like there are a lot of things you have to automate, right? How to do it in a faster way. So automation was invented to fast execution of your test cases. Now the time has come where we are saying, even after the automation there are a lot of time is there. We are uh, having for the execution side. So how fast we can do it, how to automate different things. So robotic process automations are there, codeless automation is there, where you have to record the flow or write the flow and then execute it, right? So there are good opportunities on that part also. So there are tools, Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere, UiPath, Tricentis, Tosca. There are a lot of tools, and all demands are there. If you're expert on that, there is demand for all these tools. Okay, which is the most common used tool to grow testing career? There is no specific thing, right? But you can go by how market is there, right? It's like this. But let's understand again that first become good in all these things, right? One by one. I'm not saying become an expert, but one of them become expert. Not all of these. If you want to do all these things, it's well and better, good. But at least one of these become an expert. Right? Tool wise, I cannot suggest here, but the thing is, in automation tool, you know that um, Selenium is very very much in job all the time. uh, there are other tools, Playwright, Cypress, UFT, which was QTP earlier, Renorax, all these have. And believe me, the basics in all these tools are same. 70% part is same. You learn any tool, you learn it properly, you'll be able to learn another tool very easily. Okay, so all these tools, 70% of the concept is same, about how you find the element, how you make the how you separate your page objects or the elements to the real test cases, how you build the framework. More or less it's same. So become an expert on any of the two. Somebody was asking what is the scope of Wi-Fi, WLAN testing, and GPON testing. It's a very specific field, right? There is a good scope on that, but I'm saying that don't over rely on the very specific kind of testing, where only very less company will hire you. Very less number of companies are related to that kind of particular testing. So, for example, let's say smart TV testing. There is a field nowadays. Everyone is using smart TVs, which can be connected on the internet through Wi-Fi, and then there are apps, right? It's a good field, right? But let's understand that there are only, let's say, 10 to 15 companies who are involved in doing this kind of testing, right? So first we should understand that different type of testing, what we can learn and become an expert on that part. Then do your own research about through job sites. You can simply write smart TV testing and see how many jobs are there, right? It's like this. Somebody is asking about being freshers uh, do that job. Okay, okay. Who will test the AI that does the testing? Okay, it may be a like thought provoking question. that who will test the AI itself, right? Good one. I'm not able to answer that part as of now. Okay. AI will take over testing? No, never. Okay. Let's understand. Machine cannot uh, test the machine itself, right? Let's understand that a machine, AI is a kind of robot or a machine, let's say, right, which gives the command to another machine, right? So are we saying software will test the software itself? No, no, it's not going to happen, right? Which is the best model of testing for large project? Okay, somebody has asked this. So see, testing goes hands on hand with the whole development process. It's not like that there will be separate model for the testing. The project development, how it happens is it goes like from first phase of planning and everything to delivery, right? In every phases testing is involved, or the quality assurance process is involved. It's like, so there is no specific model of testing which will work, but generally we say verification and validation model, or there is V model, which suggests that you do the testing for each phase of development part also. It's like this. Somebody has asked that which one is better to learn first, API automation testing or UI automation testing? It's a very good question, right? Anyone you can learn, right? But I would suggest do API testing first. Okay. Through API, we get to know a lot of things. We will understand that how the system is fetching the detail from different kind of request, right? So do the API and the automation first. It won't take much time in comparison to the UI and automation. Learn API first and then learn UI automation part. Okay, great. uh, Somebody has asked that what are the basic stages of software testing? The basic stage is, um, again I'm saying, it goes parallelly with what how your software is developed. Okay, but as far as you're asking about the testing part, software testing life cycle is there, which says that right from when you are getting the requirement, you have to be very active and do the analysis and check, um, you know right from, mm, when you have requirement, you are doing the requirement check, communicating with your BAs or the product owner, right? Then you create your test cases, then you get it reviewed, then you uh, execute those test cases, you are raising the bug, right? And all those things. You get the retesting done. It's like this. Fine. Somebody has said that, sir, I am software tester with around 3.5 years in experience in automation and manual. Best certificate. Good question. So somebody has asked you about the certification part. So for the certification thing, uh, you can do ISTQB certification is there. There are different levels on ISTQB. You can do Oracle certification. There is OCP, or program for programming, I think OCA. Those kind of certification level is there. So you have to check with the official website of different tools. They generally give certification also, with some kind of certification exams are there, right? So you can do those kind of certification. Okay. So somebody else, in today's world, I see many requirements for API and performance testing. Is this a sign that these areas are becoming the next level of testing career? So I'm saying testing is there, right? And different kind of testing is there on different fields. Fine. But why API is more important nowadays? Because now the UIs are more simplified. It's better accurate nowadays, right? So less number of UI testing you have to write. If there are APIs there in your you know API testing is involved in your project, it's better to do API testing thoroughly, right? That will save your time on the UI part. Okay, because you are already checking all the business logic through the API. So in the UI only, all whatever things are coming as a response in the API, that is thrown to the UI part, right? And performance testing especially is important because uh, every company, it's a fast world, right? So all the companies want, you know better, um, what we say, response to their users, right? Better experience for the user. So they want to check that when there are 100 users uh, for their software, how your system is behaving when there are 1,000 users. Is it getting slowed down? When there are 10,000 users, is our system working perfectly fine? When there are 1 million user, is it stuck at anywhere, right? So that's why when user base is more, right, more and more, then the performance testing is a must, right? We have to learn and understand. If you want to work in a company, let's say like Amazon or the Google or different companies, Flipkart, where user base is more, let's understand, when there are more number of users, performance testing is important. Okay, somebody's saying that they did masters in computer application but uh, didn't work. It's been 10-year gap. Okay, so this question is about how to restart the career, right? Or if you have a gap in between in your jobs, how what you can do, right? Again, saying that generally, there are some companies who do not entertain the gap, right? And they want to hire, the freshers all the time, or the person who do not have gap. But there are companies who who is more concerned about whether you know the things or not, whether you are good on testing side or not, right? So if you are able to showcase that part, you can, learn these things and search the job. You can get the job. It's not difficult. You have to reach out to the right people. The thing is, nowadays it's not like that. You will put your resume in some job website and automatically, um, you know the employer will call you, right? It used to happen long years, back. But nowadays it's like you have to reach out to the right people at right time. If you want to find the job, you have to search, HRs, recruiters in IT field. You have to search test lead or test manager, test directors, QA directors, and send them connection request, right? Probably they can help you in better way. Okay, fine. I think we are done. Somebody has asked that as a UX designer, could you please direct me on where to start when it comes to performance testing? Superb question. So the thing is, um, let's understand that when we say performance testing, we have to understand um, what kind of performance we want to check. Whether we want to check the performance of the database, whether we want to check the performance of the APIs, whether we want to check the performance of the UI, right? There are three different things, right? But I would suggest API testing and the performance should be a starting point for anyone, right? Then For the UI performance testing, there are different tools available. You can learn JMeter, or there is Blaze Meter is available, which will help you on the UI performance check as well. And anytime you can invent your own strategy to do the performance check, right? Sometimes it's not like that you have to rely on the tool. If you are good on scripting and the programming, you can do performance check on your own way also, right? Fine. Somebody has asked, what is the scope of Salesforce testing? It's good. um, it's good basically because if your product is linked to the Salesforce, right, so there will always be Salesforce testing, right? But again, it's a, it's a specific field. So if you want to make a career on that only, go with that, right? But as a test engineer, I would suggest don't restrict yourself to work on a particular thing all the time, okay, or all the years. Why? I think we are good now till now. If I'll see any other question, I'm still here. You can go to the GFG website. There are live courses available. You can check it if you want to do SDET course. Okay. Is NetSuite a good career for fresher? Same question. So the thing is, NetSuite or Workday, mm, or Salesforce or any, let's say, other CRM tool or ERP tools, right? They are very specific again, right? So if you want to do on the NetSuite, it's good. It will give you very good idea about, how ERPs or how CRM or these things works, right? But it's better not to restrict yourself on just NetSuite. Okay. Somebody has asked, they have 11 years of experience in insurance domain and still individual performer, not a lead or manager. Will it be okay for further also? Yes. So there are two parts now, right? Whether, let's say, you are in a particular domain and you are individual contributor, that's perfectly fine, right? See, everyone, not just to the person who has asked this, see, everyone will not become a lead or the manager, right? So there are, let's say, 10 engineers who will start their career. Let's they are working on a same project and there are 10 test engineers. Do you think everyone will become in the same company after 5 years? Everyone will become test engineer. That's best leader or the manager? No, because company want only one or two to become the leader, right? So you can continue as a like individual contributor. Um, you are not getting called as a manual test engineer, so let's understand, you know the domain business well now, right? So as I suggested, don't restrict yourself on that part. Learn it, implement it. It's not late that I am 8 years or 6 year or 10-year experience. You can still learn all these things. Why to restrict ourselves? Okay, guys, that's it for today. We can stop it here. Thanks for joining the session, guys. We'll meet again sometime. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. It was a great session. It was great interacting with you. And I hope the audience got all of their doubts cleared regarding software testing. And an additional information I would like to share with all of you is that Sir himself teaches a course over here at Geeks for Geeks, and it is related to software testing. You can have a look on the courses section of the Geeks for Geeks. Okay, so that was it for today's session. I hope you really enjoyed this session, and for upcoming sessions, you can watch at the YouTube as well. You can have a look at the YouTube channel as well as the LinkedIn profile. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining.